Luke 6:28 teaches us to respond with grace and love. Bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. This verse reminds us that as followers of Christ, we are called to rise above anger and resentment, choosing to respond with kindness instead of retaliation, reflecting the heart of God. Luke 6:28 challenges us to trust God's justice and reflect His love, even when we face mistreatment. Praying for those who wrong us is not a sign of weakness but of strength, showing that our hearts are guided by faith, not bitterness. When we choose to bless instead of curse, we break the cycle of negativity and allow God's love to work through us in ways we may never see.
Isaiah 40:30 says, "The true warrior does not give up the battle. He suffers, cries, smiles, but never retreats. He falls and rises, confident that God will give him the victory." Even if you feel defeated and powerless to continue, always believe in God's promise. He will never abandon you, for He is your shepherd, and with Him you have nothing to lose. Trust in His infinite mercy, for even if you fall 1,000 times, God has everything prepared for you in His perfect time, everything you have fought for so long. And even if it has cost you blood, sweat, and tears, remember, God may take time, but He never forgets.
Here are 6 things that God will never do. God will never give up on you. God will never leave you or forsake you. God never makes mistakes. God never changes. God never stops loving us. And God is never defeated.
James 1:3-4 says, "The testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." In other words, your struggle is not without purpose. What feels like pressure is producing power. Yes, it's heavy. Yes, you're tired. But that doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're growing. You're expanding. You're stepping into a strength you didn't even know you had. And guess what? This moment, this exact season, it's shaping you into the version of you that can't be shaken. That's what God does. He doesn't waste pain. He transforms it.
What if God ruined your plans so that your plans wouldn't ruin you? Proverbs says, "In his heart a man plans his ways, but the Lord directs his steps." If your steps are directed by the Lord, then all your attempts to revert back to what God called you out of will only result in your own disappointment and your own frustration. See, you've been trying to make it work. You've been forcing that relationship. You've been pushing and manipulating to try to get what you want from God instead of asking God what He wants from you. And the more you fight to alter His will, the more pain you create for yourself throughout the process. Never lose yourself going back to what God saved you from. Instead, look ahead to what's on the horizon, for the Lord is doing a new thing in your life.